Miss Jet, Miss Brigida Bergkamp to say a few words. Thank you.
A lot of people ask us what it was like growing up with our father. For most of our childhood and youth, he was just our father. It wasn't out of the ordinary for us that he was called both a communist and a CIA agent, that Luis Taruk and Nick Joaquin would hug us when they saw us, that we met literary greats like Norman Mailer and Gunter Grass, and sat to dinner with Southeast Asia's literary revolutionaries like Mokhtar Lubis and Sulak Sivaraksa, and that every day after school we had to go to the bookshop to be cashiers and janitors. But we realized just how great a national figure he had become when a young student asked him, "Kaya po bang sumulat ng El Filibusterismo?" About 5 years ago, I went with my father to Rosales, Pangasinan, where he was to give a talk to grade school and high school students who were about 10 years old to 15, 16 years old. As they trooped in, I was wondering how is he ever going to connect with these very young people who looked like they were not at all excited to be there. He began to tell them about his days at the same school, how when he was playing with friends and had to retrieve a ball under the schoolhouse, he saw some dwarves. Suddenly, the children rushed the platform and they sat on the floor, arms around their knees, excited to hear his story and ask him questions. They were hooked. From there, he spoke about literature and answered questions about what it takes to be a writer. At the end of his talk, I asked many of the children and teens what they learned from him, and they all said the same things, how important passion is. Indeed, that's the word that describes our father, who's almost 91, and his continuing dedication through short stories, essays, and novels, to be the steadfast voice for our people who till the land, for those in our teeming, punishing cities, and for those who leave their families for foreign and many times unfriendly work environments so that their children can live. Passion is also the word that describes his ever-energetic optimism that the young people of the Philippines will have a sense of history and can be the change and salvation that his generation or mine have failed to deliver. So when he turned 90 last year, my 5 brothers, sister, and I decided to honor the legacy of this man with an undying fire in his belly by establishing the Sionil Young Writers Awards. And as you had heard from Shirley and Lito, the awards seek to advance excellence, integrity, social justice, and love of country in literature. They are, in effect, the values of the man our father holds in the highest esteem, Jose Rizal. With the awards, we also honor our mother, who, as everyone knows, is the indefatigable force behind my father and Solidaridad Bookshop, which, as Shirley told you, turned 50 this year. And as Shirley also told you, today is her birthday. On behalf of my brothers and sister, thank you, Brother Ray, and Ana Fresnido of De La Salle University for this great and meaningful setting for the awards. My father speaks fondly of how he got fulfilled as a teacher at La Salle. Thank you, Lito, Silveta, Shirley Lua, and the Philippine Pen, and the awards judges Kit Kwe, Charleston Ong, and Joel Salud for all your hard and wonderful work in bringing the inaugural Sionil Awards to fruition. And most of all, thank you, Joy Kayan, Joshua Pile, Dom C., Jude Ortega, and L.A. Pulidan, the first winners of the Sionil Young Writers Awards for richly portraying Philippine humanity in your short stories. We hope you will still be writing with courage and as prolifically as our father when you're 91. Thank you.